I want to make it clear that I opposed and continue to oppose several of the tax abatements that were given by the previous council, because those abatements did not properly factor the cost benefit of the extra revenues with the cost to the town, both in quality of life, in environmental degradation, in terms of future actual expenditures, in terms of our roads, in terms of cleaning up the environment. In Niagara, basically the argument was, well, if we don't do this, we get zero tax revenue. If we do it, we get more. That was Niagara. In the Cigna agreement, we looked at everything. We looked at, yes, we get new revenues, but we looked at the costs, which is very important. Essentially, in the Cigna deal, there are no new costs to the town. We're not going to be fixing our roads because of heavy truck traffic. We're not going to have pollution because of truck traffic. We're not going to be taking natural resources such as our water and shipping it off and potentially hurting the watershed. So we looked at the cost side of the cost-benefit equation. That was very important. They came in and made a public presentation. I believe that was at the first council meeting in April. We scheduled from that a joint session of the Finance Subcommittee, the Land Use Subcommittee, and the Economic Development Commission, which is another body, where we could have an in-depth public session asking exactly what Cigna planned on doing and how it would benefit the community, and also asking them questions about what benefits would the community get from this project, how could we involve them in the community. And from that, we actually negotiate an agreement which is going to be very beneficial to the town. And it has, I think, 3 components that are important. We are getting, over the next 9 years, depending on how the assumptions come out, $8 to $9 million of new tax revenue. But keep in mind, that's a positive in this case with essentially no negatives. There's no new truck traffic. There's no farmland being turned into a new building development. Additionally, what is this doing? It is locking Cigna Corporation in this building because they're putting a lot of money into a building in Bloomfield, Connecticut, renovating one of the most architecturally significant buildings, not only in Bloomfield, but in the state of Connecticut. We have an architecturally award-winning building in the Weil Building. That was one of the buildings that was cited when Gordon Bunshaft, the architect, won the Pritzker Prize. So this is a plus for Bloomfield in terms of the revenue and the building itself. We are also getting probably about 300 or so high quality, not minimum wage, but jobs which are very technically skilled and which pay, we've heard, 85% higher than the minimum wage. And finally, Cigna has signed an agreement saying they're going to make every effort to using minority contractors, which is a big deal for Bloomfield because we obviously have a lot of them in Bloomfield. They are going to participate more in community affairs, mentoring with students to try to get high-tech skills in our schools. So we negotiate a tax abatement that is good for the town, that, we were able to look at the finances and make sure that this worked.
Vote Team Row A. Okay, all the way.
Keep Bloomfield moving forward.
All right.
Yeah.
Stay with A.